we're about to bring nostalgia to the new age, baby. I got two Sega Saturns right here, two of them right here. This one right here is thanks to my boy Dano the Mando right there. And but this one he gave me two of them. One of them is a Japanese version. This one is actually a broken one, so we're gonna test it out in a few seconds. This is my original Sega Saturn right here. I tried to paint it, but the paint just kind of messed up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give it a facelift. We're gonna give this new one right here that Dano the Mando gave me, and we're gonna test this out first and see if this thing is working. I have a Japanese one, but I wanted to kind of test this one out personally because I didn't get a chance to test this out. Now you see that signal thing right here? That is from this HDMI right here for Sega Saturn right here. I'll leave links in the description. So we're going to try to plug this thing up and we're going to see if this works. Okay, so we got that original Daytona USA. Boom, and we're gonna pop that up in there and we're gonna set that on right there. Let's see if this works. All right, now we see, look, it's not working. So what we got to do, we got to go in and we're going to change some things out. So I'm going to get this little CD thing right here. We're going to change out that laser. We're going to work up on that. We're going to change out that case. We're also going to pop in this 2032 battery up in there because it didn't have one. So we got that in. Remember, we got that original game up on there. Now we're going to do some more techniques later on down the line, but I'm going to work up on this particular broken one right here, right now. Let's do it. Let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. All right, before I even get started, there's a few things I wanted to kind of like mention, okay? Number one, I got this nice mat. I just got it. Prime Day had came, so I was able to catch some deals, which some things that I did needed to upgrade because I had like the older versions of stuff. So this is a really great mat. I'm really happy for it, and it can really take care of the heat and stuff like that, which is my next thing I want to talk about. I had got me a new soldering iron and my soldering irons was cheap and it was not working right, so I got me a little bit of a better one which works very, very well. I've been practicing on it a lot. I'll leave links in the description of the soldering iron I got. It's not the expensive crazy one, but it's a really decent one for me to just do my projects and do some things that I've been needing to do. So like recently I was able to recap my Amiga CD32, which that's been needing that for a very long time, and I'm very glad that I was able to work on that. And also I got as you guys see, I got the HDMI to the Sega Saturn HDMI, which works phenomenal. I love this thing, and it shows a really good picture. I love it. That's just one of the things I do. I will leave links in the description for that. And also I picked up me this I guess it's called the Saroo, the SSHD loader. So I picked this up too. And I did have the other one, which was the Action Replay, and I had that one for a very long time, and it plays all the backup games and stuff like that. I really like it. So, but with this one, with my original Sega Saturn, I'm actually gonna start using the Saroo, and I want to try that out and see how that works out. So, if you guys need to want to learn how to do like stuff like this to set up maybe the Action Replay or the Saroo, I got the basic one. I didn't get the elite. It's just the basic. When I found out like what type of parts it is, I really didn't care. I just got the basic one. So if you guys want to see a video of this thing like being played and stuff like that, then let me know in the comments, because my original Sega Saturn, I'm probably just going to change out everything off camera. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. All right. Okay. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that I was able to get it to spin. Let's put it that way. But come to find out, I end up getting the wrong laser for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this off for a bit and I'm going to come back to it. I'm not going to do the case swap for this. And so, because I have some other ideas for this one, trust me, it may not be in this video, but you will see me. I'm gonna order something that's gonna be a little bit different from this one. So remember this particular Sega Saturn. So as you can see, it reads, but it says unsuitable for this. Since I'm not gonna work on this one, we gotta work on a Sega Saturn. And the other one I wanted to keep as another. So I got another Sega Saturn that I have here. This one works no problem at all. Like this one, yeah, this one's actually, because I have one that I have as a collector's item. The first one you saw with the red, that was a collector's item to me, and the other one that I do have, which this one is the one I actually use all the time. So both of mine work perfectly flawlessly. It's all clean inside, it's no problem. But I'm just gonna do the case swap for this one. So, and that's what I wanted to do. All right, Sega Saturn fans, I have a question for you. I just noticed that the pattern of this broken one right here is different from mine. I wanted to know if this is like an earlier model or this is the actual Japanese version. So you guys let me know in the comments. But I'm glad that I'm using mine because it actually is the same. The button patterns and everything else is the same as the new case that I do have. So, which I'm glad that I'm be able to come back to this one. So I'm just gonna put this to the side, just like I said, and I'm gonna come back to it and I'm gonna use this one. Okay, now I got this old one back together right here. This is the broken one that I said, and I'm just noticing that the power button, the way things are shaped in the front. And I wanted to show you the other one, the Japanese one that I have, because I said it earlier when I wanted to kind of show you guys this one. And this is a Japanese version that I got from Dan. And I noticed that the power and everything is there. But check this out. If I turn it over and we look at the back, the words are like in Japanese. The words on the back of here, this is the same one that I told you. On the back of here, it's in English. Just like I said, I was just wondering if this is like an earlier model or is it the Japanese version. And then that's just for the Sega fans, the Sega Sega Saturn fans out there. I just wanted to kind of show you guys this, and you guys to let me know in the comments, because maybe you guys can break this down a lot more. Okay, just like I say in all my other videos, I don't want to call this a how-to video or a tutorial video. If you want to follow me, it's up to you. I make mistakes. There's other videos out there that basically does way better than me. And also, if whatever I'm doing and you find you guys know a quicker way of doing something around what I'm doing, please leave me in the comments. The whole point of I do these things is that we all help out each other. This is my first time opening up a Sega Saturn. I never opened up a Sega Saturn before. I had this particular Sega Saturn for a few years right now, and my first one I had for many years. And this particular one right here I bought because when I don't know if you guys followed my channel like this long, but we had a show on here called 5 Minute Retro Show. We still trying to do and bring it back, but we had like a little bit of a game lounge that we had, and we had like to where we was recording, like, you know, talking about games and playing games and stuff like that. And we did it for and we had a conversation with a subject and talked about it for like 5 minutes. But it was super cool to be able to interview and do certain things, and we had fun. We had a lot of fun. So if you ever want to go back to our like some of our back videos or something like that, it'd be cool to just watch some of those episodes. I mean, we did a little sketch comedy. I was trying to get used to trying to like record and stuff like that. It still wasn't that good at it, but we had a great time doing it though. Okay, so if I'm looking at this is like, just like I said, this is my first time opening this up, and I guess the previous owner, whoever had it, just had some tape around like the CD part area. So I don't know if that's was served like an importance, but we're gonna take it off in a minute. But I want to show you guys the screws that I'm gonna be taking off in order to get this thing off. And I noticed that this particular screw right here is just sticking up a little bit more than what it's supposed to. I don't know if they tried to put a new power supply or they was tampering around with it. And also there's a screw in the back where the power is, it's just like it's gone. I never really got a chance to look at this like thoroughly. Like seriously, I was just like, wow. So it's actually missing a screw. It's kind of like broken in the back, because it's supposed to be like 2 screws right there in the back where the back plug is. But you know, I'm just gonna work my way around it and just gonna go from right there. So what I usually like to do, I try to put each wire in its, like each screw in the place where I put it. So if you noticed that I aimed it to where that I'm able to put each of the screws where the position of the thing. Okay, sorry, my focus got out of focus. I'm gonna fix in a second. But right here there's 2 more screws like towards the front, and that's just, I want to keep all this like together. So I'm just usually what I usually tries to do, I tries to like take the screw as I unscrew it. I'm just kind of like taking the screws with the piece, so when I lift it up, it just wanted the screws to come with it. This piece right here, it was just flapping up, and I'm gonna be able to put that back in properly after I get through. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and take this tape off right here. I don't know if that served like an importance or something like that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just take it off anyway and just see, because maybe whoever had it previously probably was like using it for like they probably play like burnt disc or something like that, or probably was just testing, you know, just making sure, because they had it open just to be testing it out to make sure that it reads the disc or something like that. So we're gonna do some rotating, and we're going to go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and try to pull this piece up really easy. That's how I usually like, just hold on to it that way, because I don't want to put too much strain into it. So I'm just gonna pull straight up off that. Now there's some screws in the back I'm just trying to get from, and then so we're gonna reposition it. All right, so we're gonna get these 2 right here. Get these 2 right here, because just like I said, I wanted to make sure it's in a position that wherever my screws is, that's where I'm gonna put them back at. So these 2 right here. And most of the time when I do stuff like this, I tries to like take as much as possible, like far as like, because I see a lot of videos where they like really tears the whole thing down before they get to the thing. But my thing is just, if I can get to the bottom and I could just lift it, I'm perfectly fine. So that's what I try to do. A lot of others, they you know, because most of the time, you know, yes, it's important to go ahead and try to clean these things, or just try to clean up inside and stuff like that. But I just tries not to mess anything up that's like, you know, like variable parts or something like that, or get some static on it that I don't supposed to be doing. Okay, so we're gonna put that to the side. So because that seemed like that's like in a middle part, then like right there, we're gonna try to lift that up. Okay, down there, because that's the only thing that you can have when you have something plugged up from a bottom. This is just me just being observant at this point. We're gonna take that out right there, and then set to the side. Notice I took the screw with me instead of just taking it out. I just wanted to make sure, so it just be really easy, and just like, you know, that way I know all my parts where I'm gonna put everything back at. And you see, like, it's just like a puzzle. So I'm just taking each screw out and just put in the position. Notice I put that right there in that middle, so that way I know, so that way, and then these 2 screws is gonna go on each side. Okay, so we're gonna get that up. Okay, we're gonna take this one. All right, we're gonna get this one right over here. Instead, I'm putting it in a good position right over here. You see, that way I know that I'm going to be able to find that screw. I'm going to know that's going to be that side. Even though the fact is that these particular screws they're like the same size, I still wanted to make sure that each screw go back to its original spot. 1 more screw. There we go. And just like I said, I would just like, you know, because I know I make mistakes, and that's why I was just like, you know, I wouldn't want that to happen. So that's the reason why I said, I was like, you know, there's probably others that probably is going to pinpoint everything and break this down almost to like a science, and, you know, they can explain it like way better. So okay, so I'm gonna ease this out right here. First, I need to get these 2 wires to go through here, because what I was trying to do, I was just trying to see if I could just let it just like kind of fall out with the whole piece together. But I see that right there in front where the controller ports is, that we have to lift it, we have to like slide it up in a certain way. I was really trying to like do it like in an easier way. As that and trust me, while I'm like doing this, I am really just doing my best to be like gentle and everything. So now it's just like, okay, now I'm at the bottom, and let's get our trusty new case right here. So we got a new case right here. All right, yes, that looks good. That looks really good. It looks really good. And my goal is to actually keep the original power button. I don't know, for some reason I just rather keep the original power button. That way when I do want to turn it on, it's just like all not they ain't all like one solid color. And I just didn't want to deal with that. So I just want to keep that original power button. Okay. Now what I like to do, I like to try to set them right next to each other. So that way when I do swap, I just carry it right over looking at it. So, but I need to dust this off real quick. Let me just wipe this off really fast. Okay. All right. We're just going to set that up in there. We're going to slide that right in there. All right. That's the end of that case. There, I'm gonna set this over here. Yeah, it's like a bigger screw right there. What's going on with that? Okay, all right. Get a little bit of a dust real quick. Okay, then we're just gonna slide that up in there. See, that was at the controller port. You just want to kind of ease that up in there. Now that should be the house right up in there. Okay, cool. So now we got that, and then now I'm just gonna, just want to dust the rest of these parts off right here. Then let's see, I got that dusted, but wait, before I do that, let me grab this other piece and slide this other piece right here. This goes where the battery is. All right, and that just slides right up in there. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my truck, grab my trusty battery that I said I was gonna put up in there, because this one was old too, so I might as well just go ahead and pop that new one up in there. We're gonna pop that new one up in there. Make sure it's on a flat side up. So you got that, and you got that flat side up, and then I'm just gonna slide that right up in there and just pop it in. There you go. Now there you go. Now we got a new battery up in there. Then we gotta get our get these cables right on through. This is a pretty easy fix. This is not too bad. This is really simple to get. I mean, and what gets me is like these cases they're expensive. They're not cheap. I mean, seriously, just to get a case like this that actually be changed up like super quick and easy, it just doesn't make any sense that it's just so expensive. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna try to place that up in there. Got that. Okay, and each of my screws I'm just gonna go ahead and like put up in there. So, and then at this point in time right now, I mean, the basically whatever I did from from the beginning, we're just reversing everything and just putting everything back. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. One more thing I wanted to mention, your reset button. So don't forget that part right here to your reset, because yeah, I just noticed that. So basically just kind of squeeze these two, and then you just like kind of like push it through. Now you have a choice if you want to go ahead and keep your reset button, the top part, and just put it onto the new one, or you could just detach it like that and then just put and then you just kind of like slip it on through. There's like a small piece down here, or like what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it and actually push it in from the actual case itself. Press that reset button down and just push it all the way in. Just make sure you just keep it in position, and you should be able to push that right in there. Remember, I wanted to keep the original power button, so now that goes right there. And then of course I just want to make sure everything is in position, looks good. Just making sure that front and everything, because it's like a little bit of a groove like as you see, so it shouldn't have like no spaces. So as I'm just gonna basically, as I'm doing it, I'm just gonna test it out. But in all, we're just gonna put the screws back. I'm gonna fast forward this part. Now add my back lid right there, and there you have it, all together, all one piece. Look at that, really nice. Wow, it's like a brand new console. This is crazy, insane. So let's go ahead and make sure that I did everything right by testing this out. Alrighty then. All right, okay, got everything plugged up. It looks nice, and I have my game right here ready to rock. Yep, now this is a classic right here. This is a classic. I'm not gonna play it, but I just want to go ahead and just see my action replay. I'm gonna do that for my next game I'm gonna play, and I just want to show you that this one is working. I did everything right, which is good. So yeah, this game is, oh man, that's all-time classic. So now I want to go ahead, and now that I got that one, I just want to go ahead and play a backup. Now check this out. I have my Mortal Kombat that I kind of made my bad printout of trying to put a game together, making it look nice or whatever. But look at this, and this looks good using this little HDMI thing. This is awesome. I mean, for real, this looks really good. So this little thing rocks. Yes, I am impressed off that. But now I'm gonna mess with the Saroo. We're gonna go ahead and look at that, and we're gonna unbox it. Okay, back to the cartridge at hand. Make it a fine mission, adding games, that's the plan. Okay, so I got this particular Saroo. This is not the elite version. There's two types. So there's the regular and then there's the elite. I have the normal or regular version. I think they said that the difference is between is because they use newer parts and stuff like that. I also had a question that came to me was, did this one have an SD card slot? I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I figured that they all have one, but let's just go ahead and check. Okay, as I'm looking at the top, it's right here at the top. So it does have an SD card slot. And I think that there's probably some that probably already have games on it, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't dig too much into it. I just wanted to just try it out. I was just being interested in seeing how this thing works, because I was thinking about getting the one that can replace the CD drive. I was thinking about doing something like that, but I decided to go ahead and get this one. It seemed like it's a cheaper option. And they said it has like a couple of ups and downs with these things, but I'm quite sure with the updates that they've been doing, it's been getting a lot better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to pop this in and test it out. Now, all right, let me pause for one second. Okay, there's some steps to set this thing up. It's not just like you just go up in there and just put files up on an SD card and you just pop it in and it comes on. No, there are some steps you have to do to set this thing up. I figured it out on how to set this up really good. So what made me think, I don't know if we're allowed to actually show how to set this up. So what I did, I created a video that's going to be on the Patreon page of how I set it up. I don't usually call myself a tutorial videos. This is that you already know, but I want to show you guys how I set it up and how I got it mine's working. We're just gonna fast forward from here and then we're gonna go right to the game part. All right, got my SD card right here, my little card right here, 64 gig, which is I'm using, and we're gonna go ahead and I already set everything up, so we're gonna pop that up in there and we're just gonna go ahead and fire it on. There you go. And just to let you know, there's no disc in the thing or no CD. So look at that. The Saroo is up. And I installed a few games. So I'm going to show you a couple of games that I installed up on here for now, just for testing reasons. And we're going to try a game. All right, looks like it's working. And I'm not going to play it right now, but just looking, eyeing this case, dude. This case is off the chain. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you my other one. This is my collectible. Look at that. That is nice, dude. And you know, I don't know, these clear cases give off so many different like brighter colors in the light. It just looks really, really good, man. I mean, seriously, they just glow. I mean, seriously. I mean, wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. Nostalgic in a new age. It's so good to like just being able to do hobbies like these and having fun. I do. This just brings back so much, but at the same time of just coming up with ideas of something new, something just thinking about, you know, different ways of you can do things from fixing or just doing it as a hobby on your own and just enjoying yourself. It's amazing and I love it, you guys. And you know what, with that being said, I'm gonna be out, you guys. If you guys made it this long, I know it's a lengthy video, I truly appreciate it. All right, you guys, and from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.